the game. That's good for a quick first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Back to throw is Taylor. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard.
Third and 1.
To throw is Taylor. He'll get this out to his running back. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to fourth down. His kick is good. From 60 yards out. He's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield. And what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Golden Eagles offense. And their running back set to go once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The drive will start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. Second and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but put the ball in harm's way.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Taylor. Short pass taken in by the tight end. From 29. Here's second and 8.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the
Up the middle they go.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's a big one right there. 42 yards.
7-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this just shows how special he can be.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard.
Handoff here, up the middle, and that one set down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Line of scrimmage.
Third and 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Taylor looking to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Now, Taylor. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up second down. He's going to... And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Wizard. That is second touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. The Golden Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. That's the 42-yard line.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. They'll look to throw again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Flush to his right. He'll try to run for it. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
For a San Diego first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He's got a man. It's Walker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Golden Eagles are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Wizards offense ready to take over possession of the football. And it's looking like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. He'll step up and run, and he'll give himself up here, but that's a gain of 5 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Taylor
Brings up 3rd and 3.
trying to do it himself, but this will come up short. They mark him down right at the line of scrimmage.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Golden Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But he'll gather it back in. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's enough for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain of 11 on the play.
They'll look to throw yet again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Back to the air one more time. Throw on the run is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st down, San Diego.
They bring a tight end in motion left. He'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, San Diego. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
That'll be caught. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Well, Wizards offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Taylor loses the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing, Taylor gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. Talk things over before 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
No turn and hand this one off. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Golden Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here is 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now the spike as the clock takes under 50 seconds to play. They send the tight end in motion. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up and clock it a little over 30 seconds, all that is left. They'll stick to the ground. They'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's
one of the tight ends motions
7.
right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to force overtime. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's Taylor. A ball deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed 1 possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Golden Eagles offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll motion a tight end right. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. Here's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 20, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Wizards offense ready to get back to work. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Taylor. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And one effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards for the touchdown.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
And an exhale there. Extra point is good. Now, next score wins as we play on here in overtime. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7th. He'll get across the 20, mark him down for 23-yard line. The Golden Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to get the first down. Past the 35.
for a San Diego first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Tight end going in motion here. Wells, another catch for his favorite target. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a dozen. Catch number 12 and a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Diego first down. Gain of 7. And the San Diego first down.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 6. They'll run. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. Third and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's brought down to 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. Now a timeout for injury. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. So, it's a win for our visitors. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory.